Much has changed since I helped milk Holsteins and Guernseys on my family farm, on our family dairy farm in Lexington near Mansfield, Ohio. Today's farmers are participating in a global market with countless competitors. Not only are you expected to provide feed for Ohio's Holsteins, you're putting food on tables throughout the world and even filling the tanks of our cars and our trucks. Ohio's corn farmers rose to the challenge by planting about 20% more corn than last year, the highest level of corn acres since 1944, a year when we witnessed quite a different kind of global market. For that, you deserve our appreciation. You also deserve a farm policy that meets your needs. As many of you know, in preparation for the 2007 Farm Bill, I held a week-long series of agricultural roundtables throughout the state. These roundtables enabled me to meet face-to-face with several of you and other producers who will have to live with whatever policy we adopt in Washington. During that farm tour, I met Mark Schwiebert in Henry County. Mark will likely be one of Ohio's first farmers to supply corn to our first ethanol plant in Leipzig, set to open on January 10th. During a broad discussion of farm policy, Mark first introduced to me the idea that Congress should consider a broad reform of our nation's farm safety net, in particular considering a revenue protection approach. I want to thank Mark and all the other farmers who stepped up to take a leadership role in this Farm Bill debate and for having the courage to ask the hard questions about the future of our nation's farm policy. It's not easy to change farm policy. I want to congratulate you, all of you, in helping provide a forward-looking and compelling vision for the future. Over the past spring and summer, my staff and I worked with Professor Carl Zuloff of Ohio State, with Ohio farm leaders, and with the talented staff of the corn growers, both in Ohio and at the national level. In July, I was proud to introduce the Average Crop Revenue Program along with Illinois Senator Dick Durbin. In October, I worked with Tom Harkin, chairman of the Senate Agriculture Committee from Iowa, to include this revenue protection program as an option in the 2007 Farm Bill. Current farm products protect against chronic low prices. However, these programs do little to help farmers when prices are high but yields are low, resulting in a revenue shortfall. By targeting overall revenue rather than simply price, farmers can receive better protections against swings in prices and against natural disasters. Currently, crop prices are high, but of course they're still volatile. I've heard from many of you that input costs are rising as well as your overall risk. No surprise there, given what's going on in the energy markets. Farmers in Ohio and our state across the Midwest should be given the opportunity to choose an alternative safety net if it better allows them to manage their farmers' risk in today's uncertain and evolving farm environment. I trust those farmers to do what makes sense for them. The Average Crop Revenue Program gives farmers that choice. For the first time ever, farmers will be able to enroll in a program that ensures against revenue instability, which for many farmers makes more sense than simply a price-based safety net, the old way we've done it. Farmers can either stick with the current program that do little to protect against drops in revenue, or they can switch to a forward-looking policy that better protects them against volatile crop prices, against natural disasters, and against rising production costs. This is needed reform for producers and the public. I'll continue to work to improve the ACR and see that it's included in the bill passed by the Senate and ultimately signed by the President. Thank you again for your hard work, both in the fields and on farm policy. I look forward to working with you well into the future in this Farm Bill and subsequent farm bills in the years ahead. Ohio agriculture has a rich history and a bright future. As the first senator from Ohio in 40 years to serve on the Senate Ag Committee, I'm proud to represent Ohio's farmers, and I'll continue to work to ensure that the Farm Bill protects Ohio's farmers and helps to grow our agricultural prosperity. Thank you very, very much.